Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rahul Pete. Today we are going to discuss about the DevOps culture and mindset, their principles in a three-way. So as already discussed about the first way is a system thinking, second is nothing but an amplifying feedback loop. Now we are going to discuss about the third way. The third way is a culture of continual experimentation in a learning. So it's all about the creating a culture that encourages both the things, taking risk, learning from failures, and understanding that the repetition and the practice is a prerequisite of mastery. You need both the things. You need the experimentation to help to improve and the mastery of skills so that you can navigate out of the situation if needed. So if we have a culture in a proper way, so your employee or a particular product will get a proper mastery of a skill so that you can navigate out of the situation if required, if needed. So risk taking and a failure forward is one of the most important thing to create a proper culture in your organization. So as we know about that, the outcome of the third way are about making sure that you are allocating time for that improvement work. You are rewarding team for the taking risk and really introducing fault into the system to increase the resilience. I think the third way is one of the most challenging for the most organization. It definitely has been in my experience is one of the most important and challenging for the organization. So outcome is one of the most important thing whenever we are going to taking a risk and improve on a particular product. So as we know at Nordstrom, they created a culture of experimentation and learning by focusing on innovation and creating capacity in our team so that they could test and learn. It becomes part of system, but that didn't happen overnight. It took investment and strategic alignment with our leaders to make sure we protect that capacity for the teams. So it required a proper strategic alignment. It's not overnight planning. It's not 11th hour planning. It takes some time, and they also created framework to use to make decision about whether an experiment would continue or stop. If we start to take start experiment on our product, so it may be apply or it may not, if it may be continue or it may be stop. So it's up to the market, it's up to the organization, it's up to the strategy which will be applicable for that particular product, and it is a part of your culture. If its culture is properly benefited for that particular organization, then it will be possible. It helps with the managing expectations about what was the taste and what was intended to scale. At Starbucks, innovation and experimentation is two things they made sure team and happen a space to participate in innovation day and hackathons. So they started to create or organize innovation day and hackathon. In both the companies, they share both a test store, so we could try new solutions in a real environment before they went big. It was a great way to learn. At Nike, they also have hackathon and team are encouraged to allocate capacity for learning. Some follow the Google 20% model and others have modified the percentage to match what makes the most sense of them. So innovation and experimentation is one of the key role to encourage the particular employee and create a proper environment and get the idea new solution from their real environment. That is a part key role for that system. The biggest challenge in any large organization is figuring out how to protect the capacity. Often if pressure comes in, that time will get used to feature delivery and team will start to burn out and have low moral. If the moral of that particular company or the organization is low, then pressure will be more. A critical component is having leader honor the capacity and encourage the experimentation and learning the culture. It's one of the key factor of the particular organization. So in the critical situation or in a risk situation, the moral of your environment or the company is always been high. Regarding taking risk and introducing fault into the system is a key part. Whenever is a critical situation in a large organization, so there should be a proper moral support to the organization or the team of the team member. So there are a lot of external material about the chaos engineering. Chaos create in an organization. This was made famous by Netflix and the use of the chaos monkey that would randomly shut down services in a production. Your organization may not be ready to face that particular chaos or the level of chaos. We talk about the resilience engineering and how it can better prepare for our stage. If we practice, then it can possible. If we not, then it will be a part of big chaos for the organization by creating or injecting a failure into the system. This practice is one of the most important and the responsibility of a leader to manage that particular chaos. This also create a culture of safe risk taking. Sometimes taking risk can be really scary, but if it is practiced in a controlled structure way, then it will be properly managed by the team will be more engaged and they can practice and build mastery through this technique versus high pressure situation. So they can control the pressure and get the mastery on a particular product. So that's the three ways: system thinking, amplifying feedback loop, and creating culture of continuous experimentation and learning. This represents a lot of fundamental things which need a part of your DevOps application culture and mindset in an organization. Thank you very much. If you like this video, then please like, subscribe it.